Welcome back. In the previous videos, we looked at the flexible budget, and now we're going to start calculating our variances. Okay, so we are on the second page of the worksheet, and up here at the top, we have our standard costs. So for the product we're making, we expect we will use 6 pounds of our direct materials, and it will cost us $8 a pound. Okay, so our engineering specs say we're going to use 6 pounds, and we talked to our purchasing manager, and she said, I can get that for $8 a pound. So that's our standard. Our direct material or our direct labor, it should take 2 hours of direct labor to build our product, and we pay our people $16 an hour. That's probably an average. It would be unlikely if you have multiple employees, especially in a bigger operation, that everyone would make the exact same thing. So it's going to be an average, which tells us that we're likely to see variances in that category. And then our overhead, and we have variable and fixed combined in this situation, is 2 hours, meaning we're probably allocating based on direct labor, and $12 an hour. Okay, so those are our standards. That's what we're expecting it to cost. In actuality, we used in this period 48,500 pounds, and we paid $8.10 a pound. So we already know we're going to have some sort of a variance because we expected to pay $8 a pound. We used 15,700 hours at $6.50 an hour. So again, we know we're going to see a variance there. And our overhead was 198,000. We manufactured 8,000 units. All right, so we're going to start by calculating our variance for direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. So our actual cost of direct labor or direct materials is 48,500 times 810. Okay, so it's right here, 48,500 times 810. Our standard cost, standard for the number of units produced, is the 8,000 units we produced times 6 pounds per unit times $8 a pound. Okay, so our 8,000 units, 6 pounds a unit at $8 a pound. Okay, so we have, there we go. Now my actual cost is correct. $392,850 was our actual cost. Our standard cost for making 8,000 units was $384,000. So our variance is actual cost minus standard cost. Right, and then we have to decide if it's favorable or unfavorable. Unfavorable is if actual is more than standard. So if this number is positive, and that's what we have. If our actual was less than standard, then that would be a favorable variance, right? We did better than we thought we would. Okay, so that's our direct material variance. For direct labor, we used 15,700 hours and paid an average of $16.50 an hour. So our actual will be 15,700 times $16.50, or $259,050. Our standard is 8,000 units, that's our actual units, times 2 hours per unit times $16 an hour. 256,000 units. And our actual 259,050 minus our standard of 256,000 gives us a variance of 3,050. Our actual is more than our standard, so that is an unfavorable variance. When you're going through and doing this, make sure you mark favorable or unfavorable. Otherwise, your answer is incomplete and will be marked as such, okay? Overhead. So our actual overhead, we were told, is just 198,000. Easy enough. Our standard is the 8,000 units we actually produced times 2 hours per unit times $12 an hour. So 192,000. So our variance is our actual of 198,000 minus our standard of 192,000, for $6,000. Our actual is more than our standard, so it is unfavorable. All right, so our total, just add this up. So our total actual cost to make those 8,000 units is $849,500. It should have cost, if we had adhered to the standard exactly, the standard says to make 8,000 units, it should cost $832,000. So our overall variance is $17,900. I'm just going to check my total here. Just make sure that this actually, when I add up my three variances, they do equal 17,900. So that's good. And then this is unfavorable because our actual was more than our standard. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here, so the videos aren't too long, is I'm going to end the video here. And then when I come back, then we're going to talk about breaking down the direct materials and direct labor variances so we can see exactly where we went wrong. Okay, so I'll see you then.